What? Oh, I don't have a seed dibbler. Get out of here. In this video, we continue working on our Slayer streak up to 1,000. Some of these Slayer tasks take us into the wilderness, in which I realized some of the LMS rewards could be beneficial there. So, we do a little bit of LMS, then we continue Slayer, and we'll just have to see where Slayer takes us. Logging into another OSRS session. You know I gotta start out at the farming guild to do my farming contract. But it appears we're on a little bit of a bad luck streak of sorts, because just like recently with our U-Tree farming contract, we had a Celestris patch tree contract, and it was dead when I got here. And to further the disappointment, I've now been exposed that I don't have the auto weed feature from the farming minigame. You know what? Today I will spend a little bit of extra time and do my herb run. Renars only, as prayer potions are the most highly and frequently consumed potion in my bank. I think today we're going to start out with some LMS. Now the reasoning is, in the previous few videos, we've been in the wilderness for quite a bit, whether that's Calvarion, or more recently we started doing RDO as well. And that's just from picking up Slayer tasks like Bear Slayer tasks and Skeleton Slayer tasks from Aya. We're going to continue that on our path to 1,000 Slayer task streak. We're going to continue working on that, but I decided I need to do some LMS for two reasons. For one thing, you need a freeze RDO, so I would really want to get some ice sacks from LMS. Secondly, I recently discovered that you can get the Trover parchments from LMS. I don't know how you got them before, but I never realized that they were in LMS, so I might want to snag a couple of those. That way I can parch my Infernal Cape, maybe my Avernic Defender, and some other stuff that I can then bring into the wilderness without risking, really. Well, without further ado, I guess I'll hop to the LMS world, whichever one that is in this week. If you didn't know, they rotate weekly. They'll be on US worlds, Aussie worlds, or UK worlds. Well, it looks like I'm in luck on the timing, because this week it is a US world. So I'm going to have good ping here. I guess before we hop in, let's just check out the store and how many points I have. Right now, I have 25 points. I can't afford one Trover parchment, and I can afford a decent amount of ice axe, but I think I'm going to want a little bit more than that. Also, the Trover parchments are 18 points each, so that's pretty expensive, actually. Oh, that's a terrible first case. See, this guy also just absolutely nuked me with his hits. What the... Or just barrage to 30 from the Elder Maul out. I just staff bashed him. I'm not... Most deserved win of all time. Let's go. 6 points though, I'll take it. That was sarcastic, by the way, in case anybody was being serious. Oh my, that's a huge TDS. Bro, I am fighting for my life today. Like, the skill gap from my last LMS session to, like, the one today is night and day. Oh no, we're in the pure bracket. I don't like this. AFK or bot, I don't know. Wait, I fought this Toxic Crane guy before. I think this guy is either cracked out of his mind, or he's cheating. I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah, actually, no, this guy's cheating. I don't care how good you are, like, he's protecting against everything. This guy's clienting. This guy, yeah, yeah. Two fights in a row where it's like that, yeah, I'm just confirmed. Not a single person is ever gonna do that. Like, I don't care how good you are, you're not gonna get 100% of the overheads right, bro. Especially not 2 fights in a row. I just got my ass whooped against everybody else, but that one guy? This guy's a real sounding name, but not sure what he's doing. I don't think he's switched off of his staff either. He's just been maging the entire time. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's not dead. You know, if I was combated there... No! I hate the pure bracket, man. What is that, bro? I had this guy on the ropes. And I simply didn't eat. This guy went 3 out of 15 on me and beat me just because I didn't eat. I'm so stupid. Dude, there's nobody here. Hello? He's actually just... Bro. This is so... Oh, I see. He... You know what? Just kill me, bro. I'm not trying to fight a bolt, like, range tank. He's gonna think I'm about to melee. So we freeze him again. Now we send the DDS. Through prey just to keep up momentum. Catch the refreeze. Okay. Ooh, great. Oh my god, a ZCB? Oh yeah, we also have to open a key. Oh my god, ancestral rope bottoms. Now we're gonna get destroyed by the next person we see. Okay, like, this guy was, like, super quick on the switches, but, like, I hit him with the fakies and that worked. Like, that... Very weird. Okay. It's really strange how I've been, like, fighting for my life, and then I run into these two people for the last... fight. Okay, I'm winning. Let's just safe up. Good fight. Okay. TY for AGS. Okay. And continue to just absolutely bolt rag this guy. It's fine. $66 and he didn't die, no way! Okay, I'm pretty happy with that fight. Okay. So I spent about an hour and a half at LMS, which is a lot longer than I thought I would, because I thought I was going to spend about an hour there or so. It was honestly pretty rough. There was a lot of good PvPers in LMS, and also, I don't know, one or two people were a little suspicious, I'm not going to lie. Either way, I hopped worlds away from the LMS world, so it's not as packed right here. And we're going to take a look at the shop here. We have ourselves 66 points. We started at 25 points, so it looks like we earned ourselves 41 points in an hour and a half, which is, I don't know, not too bad for me, I guess. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spend a load of points on Blighted Ancient Ice Sacks. How many am I going to buy? Let's go with like 10 right now. That's going to give us 300. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to want... I think I'll buy 2 Trover parchments. 2 of those, and that leaves us with 20 points, in which I will probably spend all on ice sacks. There we go. All right. That should last us a little while, although I kind of wanted more Blighted Ancient Ice Sacks, but it is what it is. Well, after that LMS session and getting our rewards, it's back to regular scheduled programming. We're doing a birdhouse run real quick. Let's see if we can pick up a easy clue. 3 out of 4 so far, and nothing. Not a single clue to be found. Back to Slayer. Right now we're on a ghost task of 18, which I will probably do it in the catacombs. Just for context for those of you that don't know what's going on, currently we're doing Slayer to get ourselves up to a 1,000 Slayer streak task. Well, right now we're at 939, and instead of doing Slayer normally where we pick up every task at Turael, we're going to do some boosting. And the most common way to boost is to do 9 Aya tasks and then 1 big task from Turael or whatever Slayer master of choice. However, we're not doing that. We're going to go up to 949 tasks, and then for that 950th task, that's when we pick up the Turael task. And then we're going to go all the way up to 999 tasks, and then for the big 1000, we're going to pick up another Turael task. After that, though, we're going to let ourselves loose from the streak and freely skip. Crawling Hand Superior, what are we going to get? I mean, the odds are incredibly low. I can't even tell what we got. I don't think we got anything. We just picked up a Spider's task of 16. I've said before I have a few bossing options with this task, But I'm going to go to Araxor because I've been there before. And yeah, let's hope to get another Noxious Halberd piece. First KC of the task, what are we going to get? 2 Rune Kite Shields. Second KC, some teleports, okay. Want to make sure not to misclick that, I'll just move those out the way. 2 Rune Plate Legs. We are now working on KC 800 in total. Now, I don't know the details of when exactly I pulled the Araxite Fang for the Amulet Rancor. I do believe it was somewhere in the 700s, the high 700s. And actually, a Noxious Halberd piece is 1 in 200. And that was KC 800. Our inventory is full. One moment. Surely we get a piece right here. 3 Renard Seeds. Okay, that's not a bad drop. As I was saying earlier, if I'm not mistaken, an Araxite Noxious Halberd piece is 1 in 200. And I only have 1 piece in 800 KC, so I suppose that is a little bit unfortunate. That misclick was also very unfortunate. Now working on the last KC of the task. Again, this was a short one. I think the task was 16. One more swing here. Okay, baby arms. One more swing. That's the task completed in just 16 Araxor KC. We gained almost 30,000 Slayer EXP. This is crazy. And we get 15 bark. That has got to be the worst drop here, right? Like, what do you even do with bark? Currently doing another birdhouse run right now, and I'm actually going to look this up instead of just mindlessly wondering and then not looking for the answer. A easy clue from a birdhouse run is apparently 1 in 375, and it's actually dependent on combat achievements as well. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So maybe it's not 1 in 375 after all. I don't know. Even after looking this up, it's not actually that clear. I almost passed up on this easy clue just because I'm so accustomed to just ignoring clues on the ground or not even seeing them. In fact, if scroll boxes weren't introduced, I definitely wouldn't have noticed this easy clue. What the? It has taken a little while, but we are now done with 949 Slayer tasks, meaning it's time to pick up a task from Turael. 145 Smoke Devils. I actually don't know if I want to do this, funny enough, you know, now that I have an imbued heart. Perhaps I do the boss? Although... I did some thinking. I pulled up the collection log for the boss, the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil, and it looks like I don't have the Smoke Battle Staff or the Jar of Smoke. And yeah, it looks like I do have the pet. I almost forgot about this, but I Giga Spooned this pet. I'm not sure at what KC. It could have been at 58. I don't know why I stopped at 58. It could have been the pet. I'm not sure. But I don't know. Still thinking on this, but if we do the task, we're probably going to do the boss. I just remembered we have task storage, so let's not even like sit on that too much. Let's just chuck it in task storage for now. What's our next task? Dark Beast. You know, we can knock that out pretty quickly. Working on the Dark Beast task here, and it's actually interesting that you do want to more or less AFK and just have auto retaliate on. And that's because these things, if you attack them first, they do this fireball attack on occasion, which you would have to dodge or pre-mage. I don't even remember the exact mechanic. But basically, if you auto-retaliate and let them hit you first, all you have to concern yourself with is that you need to pray melee. And yes, I am using a scythe here. Why not? It's the best DPS here, and the task is pretty short, so it's not going to be too many scythe swings. The alternative would be the Osmumten's Fang, which I'm sure is pretty good too. But with that being said, I feel like there's 2 different types of Ironmen out there. There's going to be people that just feel like they can't use their scythe because of charges. And then you have people like me who just pot a ton of Tob anyways. And the only thing that is slightly concerning is the blood runes. But then again, I have the Guardians of the Rift outfit, and blood rune crafting really isn't that bad. Working on the last Dark Beast here. There we go, one final swing. That is 950 tasks completed, giving us another 225 points. Just 50 tasks away now until the big 1000. Upon finishing the 950th Slayer task, I intended to get off for the night. Except I didn't actually get offline. I logged back in and went to the LMS world and seshed out another hour and a half of LMS. I don't really know how many wins I got, but I was definitely winning a lot more during the session than the previous one. You can see we're up to 45 wins now, and most importantly, 57 points. And this is 57 points after already spending all our points on Ancient Sacks. So this was a very good session. With that being said, I think I'm going to spend it on one more Trover Parchment. Just one. And then the rest of the points will go into Ancient Ice Sacks. 39 purchases leading to 1170 Blighted Ancient Ice Sacks. Surely we have enough for our RDO grinds now. Another day, another farming contract. Luckily today it looks like our Celestius tree is fully grown and not dead. Let me just grab my axe and knife real quick so I can turn the bark or whatever it's called into battle staffs. And our next contract is going to be white bears. We can do that. Dude, where's my mom with the Pop-Tart? I ordered like 10 minutes ago. I suppose to start off the login session, we are once again at the Theater of Blood Bank. We're going to be potting some hard mode tobs, and hopefully this session goes better than the previous one. After this, we're probably going to continue doing Slayer, and hopefully get into some exciting stuff again, like Araxor, or maybe some more of the Wildy bosses. First raid of the day, let's see how this is gonna go. I have the wrong runes, bro. What a shocker. What am I gonna get out of the chest? 2 palm tree seeds? I'll take it. I need palm tree seeds. Well, we just finished up the hard mode top session. Nothing really happened of interest. So we're back to Slayer now. We're currently working on our 951st Slayer task. Ghost task, so nothing interesting here. We'll pick back up when we get something of interest. It took a little bit of skipping, but we found ourselves with another interesting task. We're heading back to Araxor, a task of 18 spiders. Let's see if we can get our hands on any noxious halberd pieces. Last KC of the first trip. What are we getting? Wow, supply drop. You know what? Let's just do another KC then. Okay, now final KC of the first trip. 70 U logs. Just one left on task, but I'm out of food and 41 health. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit because I don't want to TP out and come back just for 1 KC. Just 16 health, but a couple more side swings here. Okay, I hit a 0, classic. One more swing, perhaps. And there we go. We get 6 antidotes. Oh, these are 3 doses. Okay. Well, time to continue doing Slayer tasks. So far tonight, the Turael tasks or Aya tasks have been pretty boring. However, I guess we do get 2 easy clue scrolls, so that's progress towards our ham joint. Logging into another day, and before I could even do my farming contract or a birdhouse run or anything like that, I got dragged along to Tob. So here we are, on 200 ping as well. First raid of the day, and there's a purple. Wow, we finally see one of Vernic. Ooh, we're finally seeing purples. Wow. Yeah, actually, this is a back-to-back. What are we getting? Back-to-back of Vernics. I get some vials personally. Okay. Finally making some money, I suppose. Although a 5-man split for this Avernic and then a 4-man on the previous one. Not too much GP. The triple weed drop. The Torstals are nice. Seems like the top session is over for tonight. We did end up with 2 purples, so that's pretty nice. A little bit of GP. Now I can go about doing my own things, even though I've been online for 2 hours already. So we got ourselves 3 easy scroll boxes in our inventory from the previous day. Let's go ahead and do those and see if we can get ourselves a ham joint. In my clues, now we have 3 easy reward caskets. Let's see what we're going to get here. Oh. Evidently, I can't open them in my POH. That's news to me. Alright, in the crafting guild, let's try this again. Get ourselves an Armadillo page 1. We already have that. That's not a collection log. We get ourselves a bronze plate skirt T. Okay, that's going to go in the POH, I think. And last one, some purple sweets and a load of garbage. No ham joint. To be fair, only 9 easy clues. Well, now that we've opened all our easy clues, it's time to get some more of those and continue with Slayer. We're currently on 973 tasks completed, and as you know, we're working towards 1,000 total tasks. Working on a lizard task right now, and I had no clue these things dropped medium clues, so hey, we're stacking those up too, I guess, although we're more actively after the easies right now. Here are Ice Fiends, our first easy clue. We can stack up 2 more. 18 spiders task, meaning 18 Araxor KC coming right up. Due to some good RNG, we've been able to stay on this first trip for the entirety of the Slayer task so far. There's just 2 remaining, and I'm surely going to get this kill. But if you notice in the top right corner, we're currently poisoned and we're out of extended anti-venom. So we're just going to have to tank for this last KC. Hopefully we can survive. A supply drop right there would have been nice, but alright, let's see what we can do here. Okay, I'm going to try and proc redemption on the next time the venom ticks. So right about now. Very nice. That actually gives us a little bit of extra health. We're now at 31. We have half a pie left on us. Now we're going to have to get rid of that. Oh, we might be dead here. No, I'm going to have to TP out. This is tragic. Yeah, I'm TPing out. We're not going to make it. I'll have to run back just for 1 KC. This is unfortunate. Oh, and I go down in my POH. That is a safe death, so we're fine. That's a bit of a shame. We have to go back for just 1 KC. I almost did the entire task in 1 trip. Alright, I have made my return for 1 final KC of the task. I'm genuinely shocked that I don't have another Noxious Halberd piece, just the one from ages ago. And supposedly, on paper, these Noxious Halberd pieces are 1 in 200. And our loot is... I think that was 2 Rune Kite Shields. Picked up a Bear's task finally, so we're back at Ardio. 4 more KC until we can actually peek the cave and find out if there's people in here rather than just blindly running in. Also, this time around, I brought my Dizana's quiver in. Not to worry, I'm not actually risking it. The LMS we did earlier, I think a day or 2 ago, we got a Trover parchment and we decided to parch the quiver. Baited by a combat task, but Callisto Veteran. I suppose that's 20 total KC? I feel as though Ardio is a lot more punishing than Calvarion. If I'm not paying attention, all of a sudden I just get smacked. So I had to TP out of that one and just pick up some more food. Also, I'm sure you noticed in the clip earlier, but I brought an ancient staff with me and I completely forgot that you can't auto-cast in the wilderness, so yeah, that kind of sucks. What? Oh, I don't have a seed dibbler. Get out of here. Give me the cub. We're out of here. What the? That's not the Void Waker piece. Alright, let's take a look at the collection log for Callisto and Ardio. I didn't get the 5 dragon pickaxes or the 9 dragon 2-hand swords from Ardio, but I did get the Callisto cub at 29 Ardio KC and 1 Callisto KC, I think for either combat achievements or some kind of wilderness diary a long time ago. The Callisto cub is nice and safe in the POH. Let's get back here to finish out our Slayer task. Just 2 more bears. I guess I'll stay for as long as I have the supplies in my inventory. My Divine Range pot ran out a long time ago, but I was able to just sustain a little bit because I've been getting these range pot drops. But we're working on KC number 50 right now, and I think I'm gonna bank after this one. Final KC, we get ourselves some magic logs and some more blighted restores. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. It's getting pretty late into the night now, so I think I'm gonna call it there. That's a pretty good stopping point after all, as we pulled the Callisto Cub pet. Honestly, it's not the Void Waker piece, which is what we're after. Likewise at Calvarion, we got the pet and not the Void Waker piece. But you know what? Pulling the pet first means there's a good chance that we're going to be able to green log these bosses. We'll have to see what happens at Spindle. We haven't really done too much there. I think I do have about 100 KC or so from quite a while ago, but now that we're more actively on the Void Waker grind again, I haven't been back there since.